War in Ukraine, the world is talking about it, no question about that. Many are asking, how did we get here and how does it impact our life here in Central Texas? Tonight, 25 News in-depth reporter Nick Bradshaw spoke with a former U.S. ambassador about why you need to pay attention.
The images have been heartbreaking.
So we're getting ready to meet Russian friends.
There's a column of main battle tanks that are coming to here. I'd say it's some sort of model of the T-72. You can tell they're rolling past us, but I have to speak very loud.
We saw what war does to families.
And the cries for help have been loud.
They're not taking just their military bases. They're actually taking in our neighborhood, and they're making us feel insecure.
A lot of people say he's a pragmatist. He would not do stuff like this. I've never thought that. I thought he was just biding his time until he could rebuild the Russian military.
And Andrew Natsios is going to help rally.
Andrew Natsios is an executive professor at the Bush School of Government and Public Service at Texas A&M.
The United Nations.
He also served as an administrator at the U.S. Agency for International Development under George W. Bush. Also spent time in the George H.W. Bush administration.
And we need to understand this is not just a matter of the Ukraine. If we allow any NATO ally to be attacked and we don't respond, the NATO alliance will be seen as a joke instead of as the most powerful military alliance in history, which is what it's been in the past 70 years.
The ambassador believes the U.S. needs to be ready for other attacks on other countries.
He wants the United States out of Europe completely. He would like to isolate us in every respect. He wants revenge for the collapse of the Soviet Union. And he would like the NATO alliance to go away, and he'd like the EU to go away. So he has larger objectives here.
So you think that America will see some cyber attacks?
I have to say, I really think we're dealing with a very dangerous ideologue who are enemies of the United States and want to take revenge on us. So we're going to see in the next months, in my view, huge cyber attacks on our infrastructure.
We are beginning to hear a series of explosions. We took
pictures of tanks going in. Large cities with warnings.
And could you hear the bombing this morning?
How did we get to this moment?
You know, the last time I talked to you, I know you were very critical of President Joe Biden and Afghanistan. You know, there's talks about this being, that was an open door for Putin. Do you think that's the case?
I do think it's the case. I think why else would he time it right now? You never want to send to bullies a message of weakness. And that's what Russia is. It's a bully.
And you were also critical of President Trump, right?
I was, yes, because the withdrawal plan was negotiated under President Trump. And Joe Biden carried out the Trump plan.
Another tool for Russia, propaganda and religion.
I think all this internal division the Russians love, Putin loves this. And I might add, this is not a fight with the Russian people. The Russian people have suffered terribly. I am an Orthodox Christian, but Putin has destroyed the Russian Orthodox Church by making it an arm of the state. And so I'm very angry with what he's done to the Orthodox Church. He claims to be Orthodox himself. I don't believe it. I think he's simply manipulated the church for propaganda purposes.
Some dark moments and a possibility with more to come. I'm Nick Bradshaw reporting.
And we have Nick Bradshaw in studio here tonight. Nick, I know you've been talking to a lot of groups that have Texas ties to over there. What are you hearing from them?
Well, Todd got the best of news. There's an orphanage that's ran out of Texas that helps at-risk families there. And we're being told tonight there have been airstrikes in their area. Take a look at these pictures, pictures of kids sleeping in a basement. Some are young and don't understand what is taking place. I've been told that communication is difficult, and they're talking to them a couple of times a day. As of 4 this afternoon, everyone is safe. Other news outlets reporting some Texans in Ukraine that are also trying to get out. Putin is trying to tell the Russians and really the world Ukraine brought this on themselves. Take a listen.
saying that the Ukrainians, are Nazis, that they've been attacking Russian-born or Russian-sympathetic dissidents within Ukrainian territory. As far as we know, none of that's true, right? But it's a way to have cover, right, for what he wants to do. It gives him the motivation to say, therefore we're defending ourselves.
All right, Todd, and tonight the Waco Bridge is lit up in Ukraine colors, and Central Texas's way of saying we stand with Ukraine.
Absolutely. We're seeing that a lot of places around the state. Nick Bradshaw reporting. Thank you, Nick.